Hi there. We're filming this. It's Friday night. You'll be watching this tomorrow. It was a beautiful fall day. 83 degrees here in northeastern Wisconsin.
No.
Craziness. We might break some records tomorrow. There's a chance of hitting 86 degrees.
Yeah, that's crazy.
October 4th. So why don't you guys comment? I've been wondering, why don't you comment below where you're from? We haven't really heard from it where everyone's from. If you want to share like what state you're in, what country. If you want to share a city, that's cool. We are in northeastern Wisconsin, a little bit south of Green Bay. So
Yep. The Green Bay Packers.
go Pack. Actually, the Brewers, if you're watching baseball, the Brewers.
Yep, too.
This is the year. Big
Yep,
game tomorrow.
We are north of them.
Yes, but
South of Green Bay.
But why don't you comment below where you're from? I'm curious to hear. Some people I've shared before, but I know we have some viewers in different countries, which is awesome. That's always cool to hear. Watching from Europe or it's amazing. Canada.
Yep, Canada.
We love all the Canadians. It's the best. But we got a good episode. It's the second episode of the week. If you haven't watched our episode from earlier, watch it. Go back. It was a good episode. We shared a lot of new books we got. We've got a lot of new books recently. We did place our order for Aardvark Book Club. Exciting.
Yep.
We're still waiting on those to come. I got News Mine box shipped.
Mine did too.
So that's going to be good. Hopefully we can share those in a couple weeks, what we got.
Yeah.
Because there's some good books this month. We got all 6 of their monthly picks.
Well, they had 7.
You're right.
They did 7 last month, I think, and 7 this month. And so we got 6. The other one that we didn't grab, I already have. It's just that it's a special edition. So
Yes.
it would be nice to have it, but I do already have like the non-special edition of it, so that's okay.
So we started off, I shared that it's October 3rd. That means we're getting close. It's spooky. I mean, it's spooky
It's
season.
already spooky season.
October is that time for horror, thrillers, thrower, as I say. Those are thriller horrors. It's my favorite. It's my favorite genre is thrower. It's a new genre, but so we have selected. Mostly, Katie has selected some books that she has read that are good for the season.
That you could, if you're trying to, fit some in before Halloween, these would be great October reads.
Yeah, and we've realized looking through our books that we've read, we haven't read a lot of really
Straight up horror.
We haven't read much horror. I mean, we're getting a little taste of it, but we haven't read much horror. We stick to a lot of thrillers. I don't know, psychological thrillers, books with
But this
elements.
The stack we have here is pretty creepy in my opinion.
Yeah, so these are
so even though they're like probably still categorized, well, one of them would be in the horror category for sure. So
correct.
I will say that when we get to it.
So if you have good suggestions for horror books, here's your time to let us know what they are. Because I do want to read some more horror. I am going to read Stephen King books.
We just need to read
We have some. We haven't read much yet. So we're hoping to get into more horror. And we'll see what we think about it. It might be too scary for me.
I need a scarier book because honestly, I don't know. Like I'm not all that bothered.
So we need
by a lot of.
So we need some good suggestions from you guys. Anyone who's read horror that are good, like a good intro to horror. Maybe not wet your bed horror, but
you still need to be able to go.
Yes.
Need to sleep at night, but
yes, but a good intro to horror. But here's what we're gonna start with. We're gonna start with a couple books. We got 7 books here.
Corey and I have both read this top one. Otherwise, he has not read any of the others.
So I am here. I am here to hear about them as well. Katie's gonna try to,
I gotta convince him to read one or 2 of these.
I think she's gonna ask me, "Will I read these?" We're not doing "Will you read it?"
Well,
but
you already told me one before.
That's true. So the first one is kind of an unusual read. Buddy read this one last Christmas season.
Yeah, so maybe you'd want to wait, or you could read it whenever. Yeah. I mean, it just takes place around Christmas.
Yeah,
so.
we don't read a lot of Christmas books. I mean, it's for someone who considers yourself a mood reader, not really for Christmas as much.
Yeah, I do sprinkle in a couple of cutesy Christmas books, but I feel like I like that content more watching it. So we do a lot of binging Christmas movies.
Correct.
Like the cheesy ones on Netflix, not on Hallmark, but we watch them on Netflix. And that normally fills my cup, for that kind of stuff. Yeah. I just don't do it in book form as much, but it doesn't mean I don't. I just don't that's not all I read in December.
So December is like business as usual for books. But one we did read together is this Christmas thriller. It's called Christmas Presents.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to throw
by
in
Lisa
like a
Unger.
Christmas time thriller.
And it, I mean, to call it Christmas, it was very. The element of Christmas was very slim.
Right.
It
So-
took place like leading up to Christmas,
You could really read it.
but it was really more of like a mystery thriller, and it wasn't the best book we've either read.
No.
But it was a fun read. It was a fun little cute book.
It was a good one to discuss.
And we remember super excited. We found this at a used book sale for like $1, and it's like cute.
Super great
It's like the
shape.
cutest little hardcover you can find.
Yeah.
But it was a fun read. If you want something different for Christmas, if you want like not a Christmas
And if you don't
cute
like
book,
those cutesy books, then
but this one had just enough suspense and crazy and thriller and just
I
like
felt like it had a pretty good.
it had a good
ending.
lead in. A little confusing at times, but
Well, it was her writing style. It was the way that she chose to do
Yeah.
her chapters. It was like it wasn't like specified whether you were jumping back in time or staying in the present.
and it was sometimes
That's
to know
what was
which
confusing.
perspective you're in. But
Yeah, it's almost like it took halfway down a page to figure it out.
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah.
one of my only complaints, really. But otherwise, I still thought it was a pretty solid thriller.
But once we got into it, it was a fun read. I mean, but we read that one together last year. So if you need something different for spooky season or for Christmas,
For which will
is
be,
it like
it will be
I always
upon us
wonder? I
before we
always
know it.
wonder if it was Christmas presents or Christmas presents.
I don't think so. I think it's
Christmas
the first
presents or Christmas because they present.
one. No.
I'm gonna have to ask
you-
Lisa once I meet her.
If you want to go with that, but
I just kind of
no,
wonder, like,
no.
I mean, we present you with this thriller.
Um,
All right, well, let's present
Let's
this
present the next
out
one.
of this. Yes,
And actually, I could kind of show
It's
both
kind
at
of a
the same
duo.
time, but
a duo.
yes, and I want to say she might be coming out with another one, so there could be a third book. This is the first one. It's called The Butcher and the Wren, by Elena Urquhart, I think is how I'm going to say that. And she's actually the co-host of the true crime podcast Morbid, which I still really want to listen to.
Yeah.
I'd be really interested in that. So she's the co-host of that, and she's also an autopsy technician by trade. So I'm very fascinated by that.
She knows her stuff.
Because, yeah, she really was very knowledgeable writing this kind of book. This is a serial unaliver book, so it definitely is very disturbing. I still think they call it ultimately they say a cat and mouse thriller. It's like a psychological thriller, but I feel like this has horror elements to it though, for sure. And what's really cool about this book is it's told in dual perspectives. So one of the perspectives is, who is it? I gotta find the person. No, I can't remember. Well, her last name is Wren. His first name, Wren Muller. Okay. She's a forensic pathologist. I just wanted to get that right. So she's Dr. Wren Muller.
So she's one of the
you hear
perspectives.
From her perspective, she's the forensic pathologist working on like this case and everything. And then you hear from the serial unaliver himself. And that's really interesting. So yeah, it goes
Sure.
back and forth between their perspectives. I thought this was definitely a disturbing book, but it wasn't too much for me to handle. But if you do want something that will get more under your skin and you can handle it, then give this one a try.
Didn't you say that was pretty descriptive? Like it was pretty graphic.
So I liked this better than the sequel, but I did still really enjoy the sequel. This one was even more gross. So I will say,
Very descriptive, right?
Well, yeah, it was like when he would find his people he was going after, and you hear it from his perspective. It kind of made me throw up a little.
A little
in my mouth.
squeamish.
So I will say, like, if that's something you're looking for and you can handle it, go for it. This would be a good. Well, I'm not going to call it a duology because I think she might be coming out with more. But right now it's a duology. There's only 2 of them as of now. So then you could kind of read them right back to back. Read the first one. This one's The Butcher Game. So I like it because it would be cool if she came out with another. This one I guess would be different in the sense that this is a legit sequel, but the other author that we talk about a lot, where it's like the detective is the same in her books. So those ones aren't like a continuation of each other or
Correct.
anything. But yeah, so it's like then you get to know this Wren Muller very well, and I don't know. I can't remember when I read these ones. But I feel like I read them pretty close together. So it was nice that I
it was
could
last
just
year.
kind of go right to the next
I
one.
feel like it was last year.
Yeah, sometime last year. So, yeah, I did really enjoy those, and they were pretty like quick reads too. I remember. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, would you read these?
Oh, we're doing that.
You said I should ask you.
Oh.
Because you only read the first one.
I don't know.
Come on. You read weird stuff and you wouldn't be able to handle these?
Yeah. I'm not saying I couldn't handle
from
it.
The guy who reads all these, like, am I allowed to call them what they are? Those types of books. I mean, that's pretty disturbing.
No, I'm not saying I can't handle it. I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
Interested?
But yeah, I am interested. I could see if I need something of that speed, I could see myself picking it up.
I felt like the first one was faster paced, so that's why I
the
struggled
creepy
with
eye with the person in the
in the reflection of the eye.
That'll get. I like books with creepy houses on it. I don't see any creepy houses.
Right.
But those are good. Those are good for you guys. All right. Up next is one you probably heard of. One that Katie really enjoyed. And
I did really enjoy it. I did watch the movie first.
We did watch the movie together, and the movie was very, very disturbing. It's Bird Box by Josh Malerman.
He was somebody I was actually going to go see at an author event.
I know.
And he had to last minute pull out of the event. They said something like a family emergency of some kind. So I was really sad because actually quite a few of my book club friends were going to go with me. And so I was so excited. I read the book. We were going to go to the event. And then, it got canceled. But I'm still glad I really read the book.
And it was in our town.
Yeah.
Which is rare.
It's just rare, when we get authors coming right to us.
So
hopefully he makes his way back.
Yeah. So if you know you probably know about this book or you've seen the movie, and it's very... The concept is...
This one does fall into, I think, the legit horror category.
Truly terrifying. Yeah. And we wanted to show you guys, too, because a lot of people don't realize, too, there's actually a sequel.
And this one, I have not read.
It's called Mallory, and this takes place 12 years after this book. You can see she's still wearing the blindfold. So a lot of people, we show this one, they don't realize there's a sequel. So these are
those can kind of go
two
together
books.
too.
And apparently, from what it says, this one's even more...
I know it wasn't on my radar for this season, but I'm feeling like now that we're talking about it,
and we were checking out. Like it was like a quick read. We did buy this one at a trip to Barnes and Noble one time.
Was it? Oh
yeah, I remember. It was part of our anniversary.
That's right.
Our 10 books for 10 years.
I had been eyeing it up for a long time, so I finally had to.
So Katie read this one. We both watched the movie, but neither of us have read the sequel, which
I think I might need to.
I know.
Because if I'm looking for something that will really disturb me, I think that'll be it. Because I have a pretty high threshold.
Yeah, that the whole concept of those books is truly terrifying.
I feel like I keep reading books that are just too tame in my
Especially
opinion,
when you have kids involved. It's man.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine.
Pretty creepy.
Oh, let's move on. I gotta forget about that.
All right.
I'm already scared.
You're already creeped out.
Yeah.
The next one is The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. So this is not my favorite book by him, but I would say that if you are looking for a book that will give you the creeps, this would be it.
That's the one.
And so I know I just said that I like to be given the creeps, but this one surprised me in not a good way, I guess. So I would have to say, like...
What are you saying?
Well, I don't want to give anything away. I don't know. And what's cool is, like, if you have read him, you would realize that, like, his books are very, very different from each other. So this one had more of a supernatural element, which just really, really freaked me out for some reason. I must have just not been.
Was that your first book by him?
It was my first one.
Yeah, so I thought.
So no, I still liked it. I think I gave it 4 stars or something like that. So that's still a good rating in my book. But I just feel like it took a turn that I wasn't expecting.
Supernatural turn?
Yeah. And I wasn't thinking that would be an aspect
aliens
of the book.
Or what?
I don't want to give anything away. Not going to say anything.
Because
this is spoiler free. But if you are a fan of a supernatural thriller, then this would be for you. And I've definitely heard plenty of good reviews. So that is why I'm still bringing it up and saying you should read it. Because, again, I didn't dislike it. But I have liked a couple of his other ones more. But I do want to bring it up for people who are, like, actually seeking a supernatural thriller. Because this one would probably be very satisfying for you.
So it's aliens.
No, not everything is aliens when you say supernatural. It doesn't automatically mean aliens.
Okay, well, I'm interested in aliens.
Okay, well.
Sounds really good.
But yeah, it's kind of cool. It like goes, I think it's dual timelines, because yeah, I'm seeing here it says like now and then. I think it goes now, then,
Nice.
back and forth, or before. Yeah. But I felt like the pacing was really good. I mean, the story is very intriguing. Let me know if you're a Sager fan, because I think I've said this on a different episode. I now have all of his books, so
Yes.
I have a lot of them to read. Corey's not read any of them yet, but you should.
I know.
read 3 of them so far, so I still have a lot to
That
go.
is.
But you should. I think you'd be a fan.
I know.
And
So
yeah,
decide which one to read first.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. All right. Next up, this is one Corey already told me he will not read, even though I might still try to get him to read it. Verity by Colleen Hoover, and this might be a controversial one to even show because some people are really not a fan of hers. And admittedly, I've not actually read a ton of her books. But what's funny is this was the first one I read by her, and people were like, "That's the first one you read," when it's like very different than all of her other books, because she primarily writes romance, like that's what she's, or like contemporary romance. This is a romance to an extent, but like a dark romance / like psychological thriller. It's
I don't know, man.
it's pretty disturbing, but yet I could not put it down. Like it's one, and I've talked to plenty of people who felt the same way, because I felt like, am I a horrible person because I actually liked this book? Because I'm like, it is so messed up, but it's just like you literally you can't stop reading it for some reason. I don't know. I don't know. It just like, and it like starts with a bang. It's like right off the bat at the beginning of the chapter. You're like, what am I going to be reading? Like it kind of made my jaw drop. And this is actually a really gorgeous edition, by the way.
It's very shiny.
I have to say.
It's very golden.
This is a exclusive new chapter edition. But yeah. Oh, collector's edition, that's what it says. So yeah, if you've read Verity, let me know. I feel like there are a lot of people who have read it and maybe are too embarrassed to admit that they have.
Yeah.
But
If you
I'm
liked
telling
it.
you right now that I
And
read
there
it,
is
and I
a
liked
movie
it.
coming out.
Yes, there is a movie.
Which
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they do with that, because I'm not sure. They might have to change a couple things to make it palatable enough to put on a screen. That's all I can say. You'll know what I mean if you've read the book.
If you've read that one, let us know. Or if you're too embarrassed,
There's some stuff that I would think would be incredibly questionable.
just let us know you read it, but you're embarrassed.
To show it on the screen, but and then last but not least, like wiping this book off because it's a black one.
The black
and
covers always get so smudgy.
And it's from Aardvark, but like I just feel like it smudges up too much when it's a black cover. This one is called "How Can I Help You" by Laura Sims. I was automatically drawn to this cover alone because of this like burning library slip. I just am like, what an intriguing cover for a book, and it's like so short. I loved how quick of a read this one was. I must have read this one a couple of years ago now. This was when did this one come out? What did it say on the back? Does it remember? Oh, it
should say inside.
Inside, yeah, when it published.
Yeah,
Might be 2023. Yeah, 2023. Okay, a dark and spellbinding descent into jolly madness. So, if you are a fan of Dexter, I would say you would like this book. It's, I don't know, it's almost like a female version of Dexter a little bit.
Ooh.
So,
that's intriguing.
Yeah, it was really good. The lives of 2 librarians become dangerously intertwined in this razor-sharp exploration of human nature and the lure of artistic obsession. Yeah, chilling, incisive, and darkly humorous. It was like a dark humor kind of book too. How Can I Help You is a propulsive work of psychological suspense that asks how far we might go to justify our most monstrous desires. So, it was one that did definitely get under my skin.
It did.
Which is what I'm looking for. Like in,
that
this would for sure fall under creepy read.
that one seems good.
You need a creepy read. This is for you. Sadly, you cannot get it through Aardvark anymore, but get it wherever books are sold.
Which is a lot of places.
Yeah, lots of places.
That one I can maybe read.
It's nice and short, and I think you would like it. And I feel like it had short chapters too, because I like flew through this one.
I forgot Aardvark had that one.
Flew through it, and it was
the font is huge.
Okay, no,
too.
it's not short chapters, but huge font. And it's told from 2 different perspectives, maybe. I want to say it's 2. I don't want to lie to you guys, but yeah, these are kind of long chapters. I lied. Yeah,
it does have the mid chapter,
okay.
Patricia.
Yes, there are, I think, 2 different perspectives.
Both,
yeah, the 2
both
different
the librarians.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you need something, maybe you've never even heard of that book before, so now it could be
not.
on your radar. And yeah, it is a short book, big font, not super short chapters, but don't let that deter you, because we like short chapters, but I remember like reading that really fast. I just like couldn't put it down. It was another one where you're like, like when you're driving by a car accident, and like obviously I would hope your main concern is like, I hope everybody's okay, but at the same time you're kind of like trying to see what's going on and stuff, even though it could be gross or like you don't really want to see an accident, but like you just are drawn, your eyes are drawn to it for some reason, just like out of curiosity. That's what like this book and Verity did for me.
That's what these books are. Yeah, Verity is kind of pretty popular, but someone did comment on one of our videos recently, and they said they appreciate how we talk about books that aren't that aren't as popular. We talk about books that people maybe never heard of.
Well, Riley Sager is popular too, but I don't know. But we try to draw attention to.
We like to show some more obscure books, and that's what I'm drawn to. Katie, we've admitted, like, sometimes when a book's so hyped, it's just like, it makes you not want to read it, kind of.
You don't want to read it, or put it off or something.
We've been drawn into some of them. You have for sure. But a lot of the books, we're like, I don't know. Sometimes some of the best books are some of the under the radar, the books that get like 3.8 stars on Goodreads, not super well known.
Yeah.
And a lot of times from debut authors or from lesser known authors.
Well, yeah, we do a bit of both, because that's one thing I love about Aardvark. As we've mentioned Aardvark more than once on here, a little bit.
Wait, we never mentioned them.
But that's what I appreciate, is that like tons of their books are books that I probably otherwise would not have picked up, or like wouldn't have even known about, or would have probably taken longer to figure out that it's a book, because like they brought it to light. And I was like, oh, that looks really good. And like, okay, now it's on my radar. Like, they pick up authors that like I've never heard of before. But yet they will still on occasion have, some of those more mainstream authors, but it doesn't happen as often.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, that's what we got for you today. Obviously, drop your comment where you're from, and give us some recommendations for some creepy or some
ones that can be
unsettling books, something a little weird. One book I was going to show that I don't have is Tender as the Flesh.
Yeah.
That was one I read. Katie bought it for me for my birthday 2 years ago.
Or was it last year?
Not for this birthday, my past, like last August.
Yeah, last August.
You bought me the book Tender as the Flesh. I know you've heard of that one, or maybe you have. I talked about it quite a bit back then, but not recently. Unfortunately, I lent it to my sister.
Yeah, we haven't gotten it
so I
back
don't.
yet.
So she did read it.
Okay. Yeah.
But that book is a crazy. I mean, that's a book that I'll never forget. Not really a thriller, but more of a horror. But just a really unsettling book, but a book I'll never ever forget. And I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. Just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've read that one, let me know, because it's not for everyone. I don't think Katie will ever read it.
I'm not sure I will.
Because I shared a lot with her about it.
He just like wouldn't stop talking about it. So I was just like, well, now I feel like I don't have to read it, and maybe I just don't want to.
Reading it, I was very uncomfortable. But now I can never forget it. It lives with me forever. Yeah. That's one. I gotta get that back for my sister.
Yeah.
That's a shelf trophy.
Yes, we gotta have that one.
Ugh. It's scary. But yeah. All right, let's move. Thank you guys for watching.
Talk to you guys.
Yeah, we'll see you in a couple days for a long video.
Yeah, longer.
Longish. Yeah, we're right on time here. 25.